yeah. I don't want to fall asleep like last time.
Remember what she said? Arms off. They taught us that. No, you know why? They told us that it makes you look whiter when you're really not, when you're like this.
Hold on. What?
So it's good to compose yourself, talk así. Yes.
Shit.
Look at this. Look at this. Comparing to you looking, you see?
Mierda, yo me voy a quedar aquí ahora.
In DR, la muchacha
Look at this one now.
en DR, la muchacha que no estaba haciendo PR.
Oye, de ahora en para adelante yo estoy así, papá. O sea, la cámara le agrega como 20 libras a uno.
That's true.
Estamos bien. I think I'm good. No, ¿cómo es? Háblame, Natalie, Dime,
Doña, quítate los brazos.
No, espérate, me voy a quitar el brazo. Willy se ha quedado así, papá. Willy no mueve el brazo.
Cuidando lo mío, que estoy.
Willy no.
Tú sabes.
Willy, you knew what you was doing when you got that coffee. You know? Ahí fue que empezó la vaina. All right, listen, we ready to start? All right, listen, we're going to start it off right. The first thing I always like to do is give thanks to the YouTube subscribers, the TikTokers, the followers on Instagram, and the listeners across the world. Thank you so much for allowing me to grow with you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, today we have a special night for you guys. We have Liza and Willie, the Bachata duo from Queens, baby. Back in the building. What's going on, guys? Round of applause. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Thank you for having us again.
Thank you.
Listen,
Much love.
You guys are honorary guests. Estaban hablando mierda aquí un poquito antes de esto, pero estamos bacanos. But yes, you guys are honorary guests. Welcome back. Thank you for, actually receiving the invitation and coming back, actually.
Pero ven acá.
Of course.
You
Sorry,
guys
you know,
make us feel so welcome. And
when
you feel like that in places, you gotta go.
It's the
Feels
vibes.
good. It's the vibes,
It's
baby.
all about the vibes.
That's right.
It definitely is. Y cuando uno crece y va creciendo, tú te le despega a la gente because of the vibes también. Tú sabes.
Look at the energy.
Yo, listen, we're coming last summer. We was in the All White podcast.
Yeah.
It was a dope experience here as well. Yes. Everybody was chilling. Mama Juana on deck. Todo el mundo estaba tranquilo. We had a dope episode. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. But Liza, Willie, welcome to the podcast again. You know, I was speaking to my wife about this this week, actually, a week before, about, we're the millennial OGs when it comes to marriage and like commitment and relationships. And I told her, you know who else is above us? Liza and Willie. They've been together for almost 22 years, married 14, right? Mm-hmm. We've been together 16 years, married 7. Do I have those numbers correct, young lady? Thank you so much.
You gotta make sure.
Tú sabes que uno tiene que estar tranquilo. But yeah, we're the OGs now, right? This episode, I wanted to be centered around like marriage, sacrifice, relationship, deep dive, and just give information to those who are looking to get married, those who are thinking about marriage or thinking about getting together with someone and starting that journey, because this is a bumpy road. The first question I have for you guys is, and this is, I'm gonna go in circles here, but the first question I have for you guys is, what advice before marriage did you guys receive that still kind of like resonates today?
So we went to a Christian church, right? And we took marriage counseling
Before we got married.
And one thing that stuck out to us was that the pastor made us draw a tree, and he made us draw all of our uncles and aunts, grandparents, and he had us write, their marriage, how it ended up. And on my part, I've noticed, especially in my family, there were a lot of divorces. So I was like, wow, that's not a good picture right there. He said that, it's our job to break that chain. We have to make sure that we keep our love, forever, and we respect each other. And the second thing that stood out was that the first thing you need in your life is God. He asked a question. who comes first in your life? And then I think Liza said, "Oh, our kids will be first,
No,
or
no, I
your
didn't say
mom."
that. I said God first, mom because she gave life to me,
Right,
dad,
right,
of
right.
course, then my kids because I'm the one that's gonna give life to them, and then my husband. He looked at me. He's like, no, it's God, then your husband, then your kids, then your family. And I'm like, what? I was so confused. Porque papi me decía a mí, daddy used to say, ¿quién viene primero? I'm like, Papa Dios. Y después, ¿y quién es segundo? Papi. Like, and después mami, ¿verdad? And I'm like, so I grew up, like that.
Yeah.
And then to hear that, it was so different. Then to hear that and then to be like, but why? He's like, your kids, los hijos son prestados.
Wow.
And then our job is to protect them, but then we have to let them go. Then the parents, the same thing they do to us, but then one day they're gonna die. Our kids one day is gonna let us go. Who's gonna stay? I was like, what? He stays. He's the one that's gonna give you the pills. Your son or daughter, your future son or daughter, is not gonna go and leave their marriage and stuff to go and give you the pills that you're missing or whatever it is when you're sick. They're not gonna leave the house when they're married and they get to go and give you some pills.
Right.
No, it's your partner. And I was like, what the? And that really changed my life ever since.
So that's why they come second. So it's God and your partner.
Your spouse. It's a very important message, because at the end of the day, as Liza mentioned, that's what we stay with at the end, our partner. It's so hard, and we're gonna get into this deep, but it's so hard to focus on your marriage when your kids need so much energy from you, right? When they're babies, you're attentive, you're on guard, you're protective, like, especially your first child. Your second child, you're a little bit more like relaxed because you know what you're doing. But that first child is a first time experience. It's different. It's new. Yeah, you may have been engaged or married for years before, but the moment those kids come, it's life changing. And then at that point, unfortunately, I'm gonna say it like this, but it's a distraction from your partner. It starts there, right? And then as your kids grow, become toddlers, kind of like start walking and all that, they get a little bit of that freedom, a little bit, right? But there's toddler situations that you need to pay attention to. Then the teenage years, they get spicy.
We're almost there. This year he turns 13.
Yeah, there you go. So, and you guys are probably already experiencing some of those things that I'm mentioning now, where it's like it's challenging for a parent, right? But then they become adults, and that becomes a problem in itself. But hopefully they leave your house being responsible adults and having all the information that they need. But throughout this time frame of 18 years, it's easy to disconnect from your partner. It's easy to hold resentment with your partner. It's easy to say, it's easy to just lay there together and not even talk. And that happens more often than not. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, it's crazy because we're the OGs. We've made it through the fire in the sense, right? Because marriage is a challenge. Having kids is a challenge. The distractions outside become easier to focus on when all these distractions are in place. So that's where people start to break up. That's where people start to get divorced. And that's where your downfall begins. So I'm glad you said it that way. Is first God, right? Because my wife and I, we're praying more than ever at this point, right?
Ooh.
We're praying together at night. You see those little Instagram reels that say, oh, pray with your partner before you fall asleep. Pray with your partner when you wake up. We're finding that that's super important. It grounds us.
Oh, absolutely.
I saw another clip the other day that says before you even get up from the bed, just sit down on the edge in silence for a couple of minutes just to like reconnect with yourself and reset to then start your day. That's also important. It's a lot of self-therapy involved in marriage too that you have to kind of like pay attention to while paying attention to your partner, because once those kids leave, like you said, it's you and that person, and that person could easily become somebody that you don't know.
Right.
And it's crazy.
I think it's it's very important that it's a challenge in itself, right? Everything you mentioned. But it's important that as a parent, you you give your kids attention. Spend time with them as much as you can. I know even for us it's hard because we're doing so many things. Um, but we always find that moment to spend time with them because in the long run, it'll pay off. Because a lot of people in their lives, when they go sideways, they do bad things when they get older. A lot of it comes from their childhood and not having that attention from their parents. That's a key thing in their life. So, that would be one of our advices is really devote some time to your kids.
Absolutely. It's like when they're little, it's like planting that seed. Now the roots that you implant while you're planting that seed, the roots that grow, that's when we become their hero. So now it's all up to us to make that decision of how we're going to teach them how to do X, Y, and Z. Sometimes because we're so independent as parents, we say, no, 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 don't do this because you could do it right, but you got to let them do mistakes as well. And us, be patient.
Wow.
Okay? That's something that nowadays we don't have much. Back in the days, our parent be like, que se joda y se rompa un dedo, que está bien, que pa' que aprenda. But we protect too much. Now because we're protectors, we don't let them do it because our timing is valuable. We want it fast. We want it right there. Go away, go play, go do this. This is big people. No, no. That's when we got to step back, let them do a mistake. It's fine. We have the money, whatever it is that needs to be fixed. We go buy it again. We go with them, the whole yelling. We just got to say things with love. This is where we pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people ask me, hey, you don't hang out with me anymore or such and such. No offense to anyone. And everyone I know, I love them.
We love you
my
guys.
family especially.
Genuinely.
But it's at this point in my life, like I want to hang out with my kids, and that
yeah.
brings joy in our lives. Like
does.
It's a fact.
we always think about if we don't have anything planned, certain dates, we'll say, oh, this day let's spend it with the kids, let's hang
Yeah.
out. We'll go eat some breakfast or something.
Oh, we enjoy it. We enjoy it.
Go out with them. I think that's something that we cherish.
But that's because our kids, the way that they are, to me, ellos no son jodones.
Right.
They stay so still. And then my son, he's going to be 13 in June. And he's so smart. And he's like, Mommy, I like hanging out with you guys. And I'm like, W, Mom. That's what he be saying. W, Mom, W, Dad. And that to me, that means I made it. To me, if my kid wants to hang out with me as a teenager, I did it. I'm sorry, I did it.
Yep,
So for me for him to want to have those deep conversations with me, and I'm the type of person that I don't cut corners. I say things how it is, even cursing and everything. I talk to him like that. He's gonna do it behind my back. I might as well talk to him like that.
Yep.
And I want him to grow up very open, which he has been. And sometimes I'm like, hey, yo, I'm your mama.
Too much.
I'm your mama. But that's all right. You could talk to me like that. I don't want him to be scared to be himself with me. Respect. But, I sometimes let him slide, so he could just be, pero hay veces que relax.
Yeah, I'm big on cracking jokes with my kids. Just so they could pick up on crack. Like, not being offended when somebody's making a joke
Absolutely.
and have like a comeback
sense of
joke.
humor.
A sense of humor
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So now we're cracking jokes on each other all day at home. Oh, the back of your kneecaps are oily or
But
whatever.
that's as you
they're
should.
coming with different things, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's they're developing their funny side and their humor, but they're developing it with us. So that way, when they're on their own, they know how to manage these things because it's a different world than when we grew up.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally different. These kids are being raised by 4 different things. The streets, social media, us, and then their own. Like they're trying to figure it out all together. So I love the fact that you said that you're hanging out with your kids more because we love to do that too. It's like you wake up and we're like, yeah, it's our anniversary. Let's have
all
lunch
go
with the
out.
kids and then we have
Yeah.
dinner. So just so we could double celebrate it. You see what I'm saying? So so they could enjoy it too. And they're in that age that they always like to hang out with us too. But you know, we
And
got to
they
enjoy the moment because these
learn.
moments are going to go.
Yeah.
And by the time you know it, we blink and
They're gone.
they're gone and we're alone and we're on almost grandparent mode at
Yeah.
that point, right? Let me ask you guys something. Did you guys live together for a bit before you got married?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long was that time frame?
Um, 4 years. 4 years.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid
You're
amount of
right.
years.
4 years. Yeah.
4 years before we got married.
A whole.
Yeah, he's right.
That's a solid amount of years. We
Uh-huh.
lived together, what, 3 years before we got married? No. No, we moved in 2012, end of 2012, 2013, no, 2013, 2012. We got married in 2018.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we lived
5
for
years.
5 to 6 years together.
That's good.
And my question to you becomes, like, does living together, did living together help you understand your partner well before marriage?
Absolutely. I
And I'm sorry, the reason I ask is because
yeah.
there's a lot of people that don't make it to the marriage part.
Yes.
And it's because of the things that are happening, but they're so used to each other, they can't let go of each other. It's like they're stuck. But
then that's not healthy.
You're moving in together to hopefully step into marriage. That's the whole goal. That's the way I looked at
You
it.
got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
You got to be very careful with that
Okay.
because sometimes you make your partner comfortable and then the marriage, that's what happened to me. He got me too comfortable. And then when he was talking about marriage, mind you, this was my dream since I was a little girl. I didn't want to. I was like, wow, we're already living together. Like, what else you want?
Everything's good.
Oh. And then he was like, but I want to marry you. And I'm like, but we're engaged. We're living good. We both managers in our job. Like, what else you want? We caking. Caking in a way that we were comfortable. We paid our rent good. We were like debt free and we were good. Like, why you want to get into debt? Like, really getting married? Like, no. He's like, I want you to be mine.
Yeah.
And then I was like, like I said in the other podcast, guys, like really watch it.
Yeah.
So you could connect
Go
with this
tune
one.
in. I'm going to put it somewhere, either this side or that side at this moment. But tune in.
I'm telling you, it's just, I told him, the only way I'll marry you if I feel secure. For a woman that's so big, if you don't feel secure, I don't know. I felt secure with him that he'll protect me. Somebody will break in or whatever, but security in my life. At that time, I was already, 24 years old. And I was like, I don't want to marry you yet. How about if I quit my job right now? Can you support me? And then if I come out pregnant right now, can you support me, pay the bills, and take care of a baby? He's like, no. And after he said that, right away, I said, until you don't have those things secure for me, I don't want to marry you yet. Oh, he made sure. And it's like God wanted that to happen. I got promoted again in my job. He got promoted then.
Right.
And my mom is like, I never gave you a sweet 16. And since you're my only child, I'll pay for the venue. Maria se daña.
What?
But she told me a limit of 100. So I
Okay.
kept it to 100 people.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something. One of the best things in my life was doing that, getting married to him. Because what else was I going to do? We were just going to look at each other and just that's it. And then for me to know that I'm going to have bastard childs and then for them to understand that it's okay that you don't have to get married to have babies, we got to be very careful with our kids because they learn from us.
So you guys got married before the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's dope. That's dope.
Absolutely.
We got married, babe, after the kids.
And
after
that's okay
both,
as well.
right? We got engaged, right? And then,
Surprise.
I asked my baby to get married with me. He said yes. This was years ago, pero we was planning the wedding, and boom, she came out pregnant.
But you see, you guys were thinking marriage.
We
That's
were-
different.
Yes, we were already thinking marriage. But even in that scenario, right, where you're thinking marriage, keep in mind the distractions that I just spoke about that the kids implement in your life, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Even in that scenario, our first beautiful baby came. There's a lot of focusing on the baby and a lot of distractions. There's
It's not easy.
postpartum in place and all these things that could possibly happen, right? So we got to pay attention to that, and that's something I want to talk to you about, Willie, in a moment. But then we focus on the baby. Then as we started kind of like focusing on the marriage again, like getting married, boom, child number 2 comes, right? And that one was a surprise. And then, okay, back to focusing on a baby, right? With our toddler at that moment. So it's like a lot going on. But then, I think we was in the couch one day and I told the babe, we are turning, I believe 7 years at that moment, 8 years together at that moment. And I was like, we was about to. And I'm like, it was a couple of months ahead. I'm like, babe, let's get married on our anniversary. Let's solidify the family. I want my children to look at a marriage
Right.
in us. Because everything is already kind of like you look
Yeah.
around and we're married.
Yeah.
All we need is to solidify it. And I want to solidify my love to you. I want you to solidify your love to me. And let's just do it. And we did it at that point with the kids. So it's crazy because a lot of people wouldn't even, they already have kids. They're like, it's like a lot of distractions. It's like life is lifing and all that. And they won't even continue on the path to get married and see what that life looks like.
That's what I mean. When I say, having bastard child, I'm not saying it for anything. It's just the religious way that I grew up. No haga eso. So to me, it was like, wait. But if you talk about marriage and if it's on the table the whole time and you do it in the end of the day, then that means you also worried about your partner. Not just having a kid because for whatever reason, X, Y, and Z. And then, with your mindset when you're going to get with this person and you have a child, just make sure that that's the right person because it will be so magical for that little baby that you just bringing up in this world.
It's not, it's not easy, man. It's hard, and you guys overcame that. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. It's a good hard with the right person.
That's what it is.
All right, it's a good heart with the right person because you could get mad, but then when you're mad, you just give that little smile and you just continue. You're like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry too. You meet halfway. This is what bothered me. And I didn't like when you this, babe, and I didn't like that you this either. All right, I promise I'm not gonna do this again. I promise I'm not gonna do this again. You hug it out. You continue. Now you're gonna argue about the same thing again.
Yeah.
You said, but.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you. Yeah, okay.
It's crazy because, it's true. It's crazy because our arguments now are totally different than a few years ago, right? And we are more appreciative of each other now. We tell each other we tell each other now, like, wow, we made it through I appreciate you for who you've become. Like, even to hear that as a man from my lady, that means a lot to me. Like, wow, you've changed. You become a better man, a better father. You've focused, and that's the thing. I focused on my family in the last couple of years. I've really zoned in on my family. And when you do that with an open heart and being genuine about it, right? Blessings that come out of nowhere. Believe it or not, that's not me just saying it. It's just happening. Blessings that come, you're focused more on your family. It's kind of like what God intended for you, regardless of the distractions. And, for me, because we've been through kind of like situations that were like, intense and the arguments and all that stuff. For me, you got to pass through that fire to make it through.
Absolutely,
on the other side.
That destiny.
I don't think that there could be a couple out there that doesn't argue, that doesn't like really take it to the extreme and then really holds himself back and I'm holding myself accountable now. And I should have been holding myself accountable.
For you to even admit that,
I did this big. Wrong. My apologies, and it's a partnership. It's really like, that's my lady. Like, no, we're gonna. Like, I get mad sometimes, drive off, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just drive back. Let me talk to her. Like, it's that type of situation, and we're more appreciative than ever for each other. And we say it all the time, and it's all the praying and all. It's like I said it the other day to her. I know she feels the same way. We're living the best moment of our lives now.
That's right.
And right now, we have to be the strongest and the most unified for our kids.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as a perfect couple.
Yeah.
No such thing.
Okay, nothing's perfect.
Nothing's
every time
perfect.
you build something, every time you buy something, it don't come perfect.
We even sing it.
But we love it. It don't come
perfect. Isn't that one of our songs?
Yeah, like I said, everything you buy, everything you get, everything, it's not perfect, but you love it. And then you end up like Like that toy when you were little, it was, let's say you broke it, but you just love that toy. You're gonna continue playing with that toy because you love it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna fix it, and you're gonna this, and you're gonna that, but you still keep going because you love it. You know. So
Yeah.
it's we've gone through our highs and lows.
You said
Yeah.
something before, which is a key word. Is one of the key words. Sacrifice.
There you go.
Sacrifice, communication, and patience.
And trust.
That and trust.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the key words for a successful marriage.
Listen, everything you said is valid. Everything you said is valid. So at this point, I could say safely in our lives, right? Things could fall apart around us, but we won't. We won't fall apart. Things could crumble around us, but we'll stay strong because we already built that solid rock foundation.
Right.
Now, who benefits most from a marriage? Do you think a man or a woman? Who do you think?
A man.
Why?
I feel like a man.
How so?
Why is that?
I really want to know.
But now I feel a man, and also before. The woman, we feel so independent. We got it, we got it, we got it. Back in the days, it's like the man was the macho man, and they had it, they had it, they had it. But
Okay.
now, we got it, we got it. Sometimes we want things right there. No, we got it. You don't know.
Girl power.
Yeah. But no, it's like now I feel like men before, it's like the woman goes, cooks, clean, wash dishes, do this, do that, do this, do that. The man, because he provided, he just waited for the food to be there, the clothes to be there, to everything to be there. I feel like men now, okay, I cook, you do the dishes. I hate the laundry, so I'll do the laundry, babe, but you clean the house.
Yeah.
You got kid number one, okay, I got kid number two. But before, it wasn't even like that.
It sounds like the women benefit from marriage.
Now.
Right?
now.
That's what it sounds like.
But it sounds like
Now, men back in the days, yeah, you're right.
I think
Pero-
throughout the generations, the older generations, like especially where we come from, right? Our
Right.
culture,
Oh, talk
a
about
lot
it.
of machismo, right?
Talk about
And now with the millennials and hopefully
the next.
the next generations, they are more supporting of their wives than men,
Yeah.
right? And,
More supporting of the wives. I guess
so
we
I do the
kept
laundry.
getting more and more and more. Yeah, he does the laundry.
In our
I
case,
hate
right?
doing the laundry.
I do the laundry. I
hate
wash the
it.
dishes, right?
Because
do
I
too.
cook. So I cook and he does the dishes. I hate doing laundry. He hates cleaning the house. Él recoge, pero he's not gonna go and move everything and put it back. So I do the whole house and he does the laundry. It works for us.
So I acknowledge, certain things
and me too, babe.
And
Yeah.
we're a team, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Teamwork.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of teamwork. Back in the day,
no.
the culture was a little bit different, and it was normalized, right? And I'm glad the culture shifted because this is what it's supposed to be. This is what's supposed to be a marriage, a union. I hate the term 50-50. I don't even use it
I
anymore.
don't like that either.
It's a partnership. It's you're showing up at 80% today. I'm gonna apply that extra
That's
20% for you. I'm showing up at 40% today. You're applying that 60% that I need to complete me. So it's a give and take. And if you keep that in mind, your partner's not always going to show up at 100% for you.
Absolutely.
You're not always going to show up at 100%. You're going to go through your day, outside of the house is going to, get you annoyed or you're going to get distracted. It's a lot of things going on. Like I tell my daughters now, like when we talk about deep conversations, I love diving into deep conversations with them. And it's
Yeah.
crazy because you said that on the last part, and now I'm like I'm focusing on that since the last part. I was like, I would love to have more deep conversations with my kids, and it's like I tell them, everybody has a responsibility. We are responsible for going to work, doing everything for the house. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. Your responsibility is going to school and getting good grades. Everybody's separated for those amount of hours every day. When we come back home, it's like we're plugging back in. We're recharging as a family. So that's where the spending a lot of time with your kids.
Listen.
Like you said it earlier, he was like, I don't even hang out like that. I don't either, bro. I want to be with my kids. I want to be with my wife. I want to be with my family. Like this is it for me. Like I love this.
You know what we do sometimes? we like going to the drive-thrus.
Y no,
And then
y no
eating
pagando
it.
nada.
No, y es fácil que pagar. Después nos llevan, wiu, wiu. Ya lo sabes, no. And eating in the car,
Yeah,
just to talk shit.
yeah.
Ooh, I could curse. No, I'm like,
Oye, ¿qué
okay,
estamos?
I'm just saying.
Estamos bebiendo y estamos cómodos.
No,
Aquí se puede hacer de todo.
just so we could just all talk and chit chat in the car. That's our thing. I don't know why. Sometimes we do the staycations. We go and get junk food and just to go back to the bed in the hotel and watch YouTube or whatever. We could do it in our house.
Yeah.
But it's just, oh, there's a pool in the in the hotel and this and that, and then just that road trip and then just us all being together. Yeah, we look forward to that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what Willie said earlier. I love my friends, love my external family, but I'd rather be home, man. Friday night, I'm home.
Yes.
I want to be home.
Yeah.
I've been disconnected all day. I need to go home. I need to plug into my family. Movie night, popcorn,
Yes.
whatever it is. I want to be with them. That's the cool
Yeah.
spot for me now. Yo, you see me in the club, I'm falling asleep. I'm sorry, I'm
Oh my
falling asleep.
goodness.
I'm falling
We
asleep.
go
in the
there
club.
because we perform, but
No.
then we out.
What
The
are we
only
out?
time you'll see me at a club or a venue is if we're singing.
If
That's
we
it.
perform, or it's a good friend of ours, and then we're like, hay que cumplir.
Yeah.
But then we
No,
like,
for
we
support.
go early.
Like-
We always go early. And después que dan las 11, we like,
Hey.
no, me voy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
It's a dope feeling to for the young ones or for the people who are on the same age that are thinking about marriage. These are the conversations you need to be having with your partner before you get married.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about, finances. Talk about,
Religion.
religion is very important.
Yes, because sometimes when you're going to plan that wedding, but I want to do it Catholic, but my family wants to do it Christian in the church that I grew up with, and my mama wanted it like that.
Yeah.
But why your mama? And then it becomes a whole mama issue, then a family issue. Or if you don't get married when you have kids, are we going to baptize them? No, but it's all that. Religion is important. Communication is a must when it comes to everything. When it comes to sex, when it comes to eating, when it comes to even the couch that they're going to choose, that's where you're going to be intimate. That's where you're going to sit your friends. That's where you're going to have everything. You have to be comfortable 100%. And your partner is your everything.
Yep.
You hit or you miss, but you got to know when you hit that home run, keep it, fight for it. And a lot of people don't do that. Oh, you thought hit right away. His mind is in the gutter.
Willie,
Wow.
my mind is in the gutter. I was like, yes.
Mira,
She
ustedes no se
said
pueden
it.
negar que son hombres dominicanos.
Oye, I was like, Willie, dile.
Oh, no.
I was like, yes.
Hey, ya le sube
Esta
el
noche,
campo,
mi
ya.
amor, espérame, que voy a llegar.
Ya llegó.
You know, no, I'm sorry.
Hey, la bebida, estamos bien.
I couldn't
La
contain
tequila.
myself.
Of course.
No, people, you know what's funny? People always say, yo, Willie's mad shy.
No, he ain't.
Like Liza looks like, she's like,
Yeah, it's
and Willie's like laid back, ¿verdad?
nah.
But people don't know the real me.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys.
People don't know.
One thing, I am a social butterfly,
Yeah.
but I go with who I feel comfortable to be a social butterfly with. I just don't
yes.
talk to everybody and share my energy to everybody.
That's
I'm
very
not like
important.
that.
Very important.
Within the years, I've learned that because I got too many times. So, with that being said, I
She loved me for a reason.
yeah, and Willie, and he was one of the funniest guys I've ever known ever. And you know why I knew that I liked Willie? We were friends before. But when I knew I liked him and I was like, shoot, oh my God, this man,
This is your guy.
that he let me be me. He went to my house one day because él llevaba la guitarra de que para nosotros ensayar or whatever.
Yeah.
Y en una me está arreglando. Y me estoy peinando, but not because I liked him, but I look like a hot mess. And he's like, what are you doing? You're in your house. Come on, man.
Suelta esa vaina. Suelta el peine.
Yeah, and I was like, huh? To me, it's like you gotta look certain way. You're in high school. And he was like, what are you doing? And when I saw that, I was like, and then I'll laugh a certain way. Un día un moco se me salió. And he was like, and I was so embarrassed. He was like, seriously? Come on. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I
There you
could
go.
be myself. He lets me be
I was
me.
being genuine,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but for a
100%.
And I
guy
wasn't-
around that age and time, especially in high school, you have that pressure that you have to look a certain way, be a certain way. With him, it's like, oh my God, I could be me. that, oh my God, you made me feel so good. You made me feel so secure. Oh my God, right there, I was like, oh, he
Listen,
mine.
You said something. You mentioned earlier that you used to be a social butterfly, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then not now because your energy is super important to you.
Amen.
I used to be a social butterfly. I believe I used to be. I don't know if I still am,
No,
but I
you
believe
know why she's
I
looking
used
at you
to
like
be.
that? Because
She's looking at me
we
weird.
have to say hi to everybody. We have to
Yeah.
break the ice to ourselves because we genuinely like we
Hello,
want to make
yes.
sure everybody's good,
I'm
everything's
cordial.
good. Exactly. But
Yes.
that's it. To
Yeah.
me, it was like, hi, and I'll stay there and talk. Now it's like, hi, how are you? Chin de chiste, pero ya.
No,
Ya.
mira,
Liza's a good saleswoman.
Oh.
So no, true story. She could take that cracker, right?
Mm.
And she could literally sell you that cracker.
You mentioned cracker, now I'm hungry. Pero diga, siga hablando. Sígueme diciendo.
She could say so many things about that cracker that she would want to make you buy it. That's how good she is.
So that I've learned with my mom and my dad. You know, Papi used to own a car service many years ago, a taxi car service, and my mom always done hair and sell products and stuff.
You got
and my
game.
first job and it's always been retail. So for me, it just comes naturally. And if I feel like I know what you want, I just investigate you and talk and get more personal and get more personal. And I'm like, aquí.
Yeah.
Y ahí le vendo el producto that I feel is best for the person. And then that's
So
it.
I used to be a salesman for Honda.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said it. He said
Okay,
it.
you said it.
That wasn't for me.
And then
No?
I was so...
Sales in general.
I was like,
No,
you have
it-
to say this. You have to
it
say
wasn't
this.
it wasn't because of the talking.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm not a bullshitter type of person, or
okay.
or taking advantage of people. Like
Maybe una
I'm not.
viejita,
I'm
he
not
was
that
like,
type.
just give it the price it is. Like, you know what I mean? His commission, he wouldn't even let it slide and not get his commission.
Damn. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
But see,
not
you
not
gotta eat.
true.
Willie,
gotta
yeah.
eat.
No.
Tú-
I would
tú
get a
cortaba.
no. I would get a commission, but not as much as I could have.
Yeah.
Right?
So he would
But,
miss out on that to be
But
nice.
I just don't like taking advantage of people.
He
you
has a
know,
great heart.
and
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not a bullshit. I don't beat around the bush. You know, I'm direct.
Yeah.
Now we do know that there's some salesmen, and this is for all the salesmen. We're not saying that all of you guys
But I'm a
are
sales girl.
bullshitters.
No, we
No
get
offense.
We're saying that
No,
Willie
I-
decided to give
That's
back.
not for him.
That's not for him.
Yeah, no.
He said no, it's not me.
That's for y'all and me.
Let me
Because I'm a
rephrase that.
sales girl.
No offense. You guys are great at what you do. I even said it. She could be a great saleswoman, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, he's not. He's no.
You know what?
nice.
I'm a seller. This is the best podcast in the world.
Amen
I'm gonna
to
say
that.
it. I just want to throw that in there because I'm gonna sell it. But anyway, back to us.
That's right.
Guys, about the energy thing that I was saying, that I'm not a social butterfly. I know you're giving me that look, but déjame llegar. Like, it's like I feel like I'm less of a social butterfly because there's been a lot of lessons that I've learned specifically from my wife and people. So it's like I used to be that person, and now like I'm more reserved because I'm starting to see exactly what my wife told me.
Ooh, she's your third eye, huh?
She's the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
We feel it, we see it. It's like
Man,
within us.
Talk to me about that. Like, what is it with this intuition?
Oh, listen, boy.
Se soltó Liza.
I'm gonna say something.
Be careful.
Sell it, Willie, sell it.
Be careful.
Maybe some people might not believe this, but behind the great man,
Hey.
there's a greater woman.
Habla.
Dilo todo, pero cuidado.
There's something that women have that they have, like that nurture.
Man, it's something.
They
What?
could see things that we can't.
I think because we're very observant, we're very observers. The energy in the room, the way they talk, the way they move, the way when a snake te va a pasar por un lado, or when they slither and it's a certain slither that you're like me va a picar. We feel that.
I'm gonna take a different stance here. I believe that us men, like in a woman's eye, you guys are seeing everything. Third eye, you guys are analyzing people. It's kind of like a computer in your head going
Ahí
off
que yo
on
estoy
people,
calladita.
right? For us men, it's not that we don't pay attention to the things. It's that we truly don't care either. We're trying to bullshit our way out of this conversation too. Like, get out of my face.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
whatever, right? So it's like we
Yeah.
care less. But I get it. For people who are close to you, pay attention to what your wife is saying about them. That's very important.
You know what's crazy? That's
is.
because we become protectors to who we love. That's why we have that third eye. Porque una persona que no te importa, tú no lo vas a ver así. We become protectors. That's really what it is. So knowing that a woman is going to come to you a certain way, the wife is going to detect it. Not that she's being jealous. Why is she being so extra right now? Hello. The way you could say hi, it could be una mejilla, o que sea. Pero why she still holding your hands while y'all talking? What's this?
Amen.
Explícame.
Salute me when you see me. Don't even.
Y el hombre no está dando cuenta porque tampoco quiere ser di que malo, di que going like this. Pero it's like... Pero el hombre también decentemente, hey, manita, suéltame la mano. Y tú le das un abracito otra vez, because you, hey, yo. And then you be like, wife, ven acá.
Give him the stiff arm.
Claro, no. Y decíselo directo. You're not offending. You're just protecting. This is my territory.
This is our territory.
Yeah.
Step back.
Exactly.
Step back. Question for y'all. I know, and this is the last question on marriage specifically, but I know that marriage, in our eyes, right, and the people who really truly love marriage and want to move forward in marriage, it seems to be a lifetime partnership situation for us. But how many times, or should I say, how often do you guys reevaluate yourselves in the marriage? Like, how often do you check in? Like, yo,
I think
I do that.
I think after we have discussions, we kind of like
Willie, él se dedica mucho. When él se mete en algo, he don't know when to snap out. And that's when I come in and I'm like, you need to... No, arrácate un chisma. You need to let go of that because I'm here, Elijah's here and stuff. You need to stop. Because él empieza a cambiar because he wants a certain thing done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, suelta eso. You don't have to pick up every phone call. That's why it's a missed call, so you can see what's missed and then you call whenever you got that time. Like, you don't have to. We're here. Vamos, aprovechate que estamos aquí. Baby, ¿qué pasa? Why haven't we done date night? Like the churrasco that happened.
Hey,
Pero tú supiste.
talk about that.
yeah, no, and it's like I said it.
Pero I have to give him that wake-up call porque se pierde if it's not his job, it's the music and stuff. And I'm
the
like...
thing is that my work ethic is like...
It's a lot. And I understand.
I'm nonstop.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. Like, she's the one that puts me down to earth. Like, hey, you gotta relax. Like, pause.
Yeah.
Look what's in front of you. Like, we gotta take care of what we have right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that sort of conversation. Cause I'm like automatic. I'm lights on.
You're on go.
And he likes to do it right there and then. It's like he can't see that a few minutes are going by because he needs to get it done. You know?
Because in my job, I have a lot of responsibility as well. So I manage people. So just with that itself, it's
Yep.
I have to be accessible at all hours. So and then you add the music to that. If I don't make the moves, we don't do anything.
Yeah.
So because we don't have a manager, it's all us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
independent.
I'm the one
artists.
that has to make all the phone calls, follow up with everything, and
Yeah, he's the one with all that.
reaches out to people. That's me. So
In a lot of ways, what I'm hearing is you're living three different lifestyles.
right.
The parent, the manager, and the hard worker. And the reason why we can't press pause as men or press the brakes is because we feel that everything will crumble if we do. So, and if everything crumbles, then my marriage crumbles. If my marriage crumbles, I'm stepping away from my kids. And then it's like, it's all those fears that keep us tunnel vision with what we need to accomplish.
But this is where I come in and give him the security, like, I'm here too. Like, if you crumble, I'm not going to let you. It's a ground floor is there. Like, if you fall, I'm here to pick you up. It's not, and I don't, and I hate when he feels like he has to have everything on his back. And that's where I come in and be like, no, I got 2 jobs for a reason as well. I don't have to have 2 jobs. I'm a workaholic. I've been working since I was 12. So it's like I have these 2 jobs because I like shopping. So I don't, I have to pay my bills, but then I like to have that extra money. You never know what could happen in life. We have
Right.
2 kids as well. I
Right.
don't want him to feel that pressure. So if anything happens, it's like, okay, Liza could hold it down for a little bit. And yes, and I always tell him, it's okay. It's okay.
You know, I hear you, Liza.
But it's just that thing that it just, yep, I
No,
know.
you're 100% right. The thing, I'm gonna put myself in it right now too. I know myself, right?
Mhm.
I know myself so well that if I stop, I'm gonna get so lazy that it's gonna be hard for me to pick
Oh,
up
hell
and
no.
do it
That's
again.
what I'm.
So I don't wanna.
Yeah.
I don't wanna. You know, work a lot of times becomes distractions. It becomes therapy. Even if you're overworking yourself, it's kind of like
That's
a
crazy.
coping mechanism to kind of like. It's a coping mechanism that I deem to call a good coping mechanism, regardless if it's really ultimately bad for you. Overworking yourself is bad for you. But you know that if you don't overwork yourself, you're going to fall behind. Everything else will crumble. You have certain things that you're thinking of constantly that are stressing you out. But if you work, you're not thinking about those
That's
things.
because you're
Everything
outside,
is
yeah.
it's a lot.
You're
It's a lot.
outside.
So and I get it from a woman's perspective too. It's the same thing. It's vice versa. It goes hand in hand, but it's we come from nothing. Our parents
right.
pretty much came from humble beginnings. We want to take the envelope and move it forward. We want to leave something behind for our kids because some of us think that not a lot was left for us. So we want to make sure that whatever we leave is abundantly enough for the next generation, right? Because as we all know in this room, and I speak for all of us in general, we love our families, we love our kids, and we know that at some point it's going to end, but we want to leave the best that we could behind.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's it ultimately revolves around your family and what your principles are and what you honor. And men out there, honor honor your spouse. Ladies, honor your spouse. That's the person that's going to be with you at the
That's
end.
it. That's
We
it.
always go back to that. You know what I'm saying? It's important to see that clearly. And a lot of times that the marriage is not it. A lot of times, people get comfortable. And it's cool if you're comfortable, fine. We're not pushing marriage on anybody because a lot of y'all not ready for this. We could tell from a mile away. You're not gonna
That's
make
right.
it. So,
right.
if you're more comfortable just being with that partner and living with that partner, that's you.
Just
It's
tell her
perfectly
from the
fine.
beginning, don't sell her any illusions.
Oh, yes.
Because in the end of the day, you're wasting her time. So are you. So now you're going to have all these discussions because she's waiting for this ring. Now it's 10 years. You know what's 10 years? That's a full decade
Yeah.
of you saying in the beginning, yeah, we're going to get married. Then you live together. Now you're comfortable. Oh, and this girl, she's just waiting for that ring, waiting for that moment. And the friends and the mom and the family attacking in every holiday. And now you have this person. Then now she's talking to friends, even mom. Like, Ma, I'm getting a certain age that my eggs are not going to be good enough. Now she wants to be a mom, but she can't because she wants to get married first. So now this person say, but I'm not ready. Excuse me, so 10 years of my life, then what are you talking about? You're not ready. But you told me 10 years ago that that's what you wanted to do.
There you go.
Gonna spark a lot of
Hey, so now
discussions.
y'all break up. Now that's not existing.
People that see this, like, they're like,
Very true.
No, but you gotta, and then there's a lot of men who don't like to get married, but I feel like it's some sort of trauma too.
Yeah.
That they don't have their dads in their life and they saw mama struggle and they're okay. That, si mami lo pudo
vice
ser
versa.
quieta, no, está bien.
I'm gonna take it a step further. There's a lot of men that looked at their dads as mujeriegos,
And then that's the right
and
thing.
that's it. And they don't want to do that to a woman because they know that that's who they converted
And then
themselves
that's
to.
when they break that chain, that family chain. They say, you know what, I'm going to get married. I don't want to be like my father. That's where you are an adult. That's when sometimes we don't realize it, but that's when you become an adult. Sometimes you follow parents' tradition because it worked for them, because in your mind, they're your heroes.
Yeah.
So if it worked for them, it's going to work for you.
It's true.
Gotta
You
be
hit it in the
careful.
head. It's true. That's when they become adults. But when they become adults as well, super solid, when they know they can't handle marriage, so they won't even mention it.
Yes. No se
So
casen.
they know they're not gonna go down that path faithfully.
Yeah, don't waste their time.
Don't
Don't
waste
waste your
people's
partner's
time.
time. That's not right for you and for that person.
Question for you guys now. So I know we're talking a lot about marriage, and this is what the conversation is about today, right? But in order for you to have a solid foundation, you got to focus on yourself too,
That's right.
right? You got to focus a lot on yourself. Put a lot of that good energy towards yourself. How do you kind of like prioritize happiness for yourself to then apply it to your marriage? Speak to them youngins.
I like doing makeup, and that's art, and that is one of my jobs. And I have my business doing that. I love making people happy, and that's why I do weddings. I do sweet 16s, and I do that talking to different people. Then getting home, taking that shower, being with my kids, believe it or not. When they go to sleep, then that's my me time as well. I'm editing one of our videos or this and that. He's like, why you're up so late? But I'm like, this is my me time. Shut up. If I don't sleep, that's my problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is shopping for me as well. It's like my me time. And what I love that he does, he's like, I got the kids, and he drops me off. I could go shopping.
Bye.
He leaves me an hour, 2, 3 hours. He's like, vete, I'll pick you back up later. He said, llévalo, muchacho.
Yeah.
When I'm alone, I'm like, I miss him. But then when I'm in the stores, I'm like, oh my God, yes. I feel so
Damn,
good.
Willie, you got all the keys. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take one of those from you.
he's like, I got it, babe, go.
I'm gonna take one of those keys from you, bro.
That's my me time.
I'm definitely doing that, baby.
Yeah.
Prepárate, mañana tú estás sola.
Oh my God.
Mañana tú estás sola.
Mira, when he did that the first time,
Vete.
oh my God.
Lárgate. Los niños van a estar bien. They're gonna be well fed.
Oh my God.
They may or may not be showered when you get back, but it's gonna be okay. Go do you.
But you know what's funny? He waits. He don't give them like food. He buys them snack and stuff, and I don't eat either because at least we love to eat together. So I know that I'll probably buy a little Starbucks here and stuff like that, but I won't go in a restaurant by myself and eat a full meal because then when we meet again, ya entonces we all eat together.
Nah, it's a crime if I eat by myself. I gotta bring. Hey, ¿tú quieres algo? No, okay, está bien. You gotta check in.
You know that's the best moment? Oh my God, cuando te dicen, ¿tú quieres algo de afuera?
Ay.
And you defrosting the chicken, you put it back in the refrigerator, and you're like, yeah, this is what I want.
Sí, yo quiero.
Listen, that's like the best turn on. I'm sorry, you know girls, you know how it is. Esta se está riendo, pero that's how it is. I ain't lying.
Apunten.
El arroz lo boto, pero lo tengo que botar. Tráeme un papáez.
Apunten.
Pizza,
okay?
por favor. No,
Willie, how do you focus on your
You're
your
laughing because you know I ain't lying.
focus on your happiness?
No hay que
Let's talk.
fregar tampoco, mujeres.
Hey, yo tengo la casa, te me va mañana, oye,
Mira, amores.
Bye.
Ay,
Te voy a laquear la
no,
puerta.
oh, mañana es sábado, si abren temprano.
I think for me is it's music and my family.
Yeah.
Cause when we're on that stage,
Oh, yeah.
it's like therapeutic.
I didn't think about that, but it's true.
You know, it's we're like in a different world at that point. And I grew up an entertainer.
Yeah.
I always like to entertain my family, like making jokes or dancing in parties, and yo bailaba con toda la vieja siempre.
Él le gustaba la vieja. He told me stories.
And
That's why he got all this wisdom.
Tú ves.
Coño,
Mi
Willie.
amor.
and
Apunten.
you know, I'm big in baseball as well. I used to play baseball, varsity in high school. And my son, I like talking sports with him. He's very
Oh,
analytical.
they're so good at
He
talking.
doesn't play, cause I knew that chiquito we put him playing baseball, right?
Yeah.
Cause I wanted him to kind of live my dream. When I was younger, I played baseball, and I wanted to be a baseball player, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I wanted him to live that dream for me, but then I realized that's not for him, you know. So I stopped
Pushing it on.
pushing it on him, and I noticed that he does love sports. He does like it, but he likes to watch it and
he'll know the
talk about the
players,
numbers,
team,
you know,
yeah.
the teams. He's
Yeah.
big into that. So, you know, I spend time with him talking about sports, watching sports. We go to Yankee games every year. music and family.
Yeah.
That's my like therapy.
Yeah. I always say, and this is me saying it to my wife, I always tell her, like, be selfish with yourself,
You have
right?
to. I'll
Be
tell you. Yeah.
selfish with your personal time. Like, do you your like go out, do things, but with yourself. Like even a drive will come like kind of like be therapeutic. Eating lunch by yourself is therapeutic. Like reconnect with yourself because we gotta come back and plug in to what our
Yeah.
kids have been dealing with. And speaking about kids, and I wanted to take that left turn, you know, it's weird because, we're from low income communities, right? We're from the heart of Queens, Elmhurst, Jamaica, Queens, right? It's strange because when we were young and we was in those scenarios, we didn't even realize it was like a low poverty situation, right? As we grow, we know that okay, we're trying to elevate, we're trying to move into a different neighborhood, we're trying to like do better for our kids, but you got to be very careful with that because it could be harming in a way. Like I spoke to somebody at work about this and I've been speaking to my wife about this as well, and my sister actually had a conversation with me yesterday. It's crazy that you try to push forward and push the envelope for your family, but when you move your entire family to a whole different neighborhood with a different culture, those kids are going to clash with that culture because they're coming from your culture.
Yeah.
So there may be some difficulties happening in schools that you don't know. So, just be mindful of that is what I'm saying because it's not the other culture's fault that things may be happening. It's just that they were raised that way. You was raised differently and you're raising your kids the way semi how you was raised, but better. But the cultures are different. And there may be a oil and water, if you will. It doesn't mix well. So they may be going through some things that you can't understand. So just be mindful of that. As for anybody that's trying to elevate and move out of their neighborhood into a better neighborhood, just be mindful of these things as you're doing it as well.
Absolutely. We don't live in the best neighborhood. Today, my son, he had no school. And I had to take my daughter to school. And then I'm like, Papi, when I take her, let's meet up so we could both go to Dunkin' Donuts. And he was like, all right, cool. There was one with a sign that that he needs money. There was, homeless guy. There was another one that was all drugged up.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, Papi, I'm sorry. Because this is what we could give right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, Mommy, it's okay. And I was like, I wish I could do so much more. And he was like, it's okay. And for my 12-year-old to tell me it's okay, it's like, okay, it's
He
so much
de-escalated. He de-escalated your anxiety at that
Es que él
moment.
sabe. Our
Yeah.
son knows everything we have struggled and lost because he lived it with us. He knows. And we never hid it from him to get, oh, we got to let him be a kid. No, we didn't hide that from him.
That kid
That's why he's so mature.
growing up as a toddler, he would be in the studio with us
Y se dormía.
and
asleep.
watch us
Yeah.
record songs and busting our asses.
Yeah, it's
He lived it with us.
Oh, absolutely. That's why our kids, like when they go to studios, they look at us and and they're like, damn, Edwin, I forgot they were even here because they're so used to that when mom and daddy's gonna work.
yeah.
Y ellos, I love them, man.
Tranquilo.
They respect us so much.
It takes courage to be that parent, to be that transparent with your kids. A lot of us parents are scared to show the truth to our kids. We want to paint this, oh, la la land, beautiful life.
I feel like that's a mistake.
And then that is a mistake because you're keeping them away from what they're about to face. See what I'm saying? So it's a very difficult. It's a sensitive, difficult situation and a conversation. Pero to be honest, the way that you guys did it is the correct way.
You know why I was laughing? Because I was telling him, Elijah, you have you ever noticed that I never let you win? He's like, Ma, I know. And I was like, I'm not gonna raise no little punk. Yo le hago así, like playing around with him. And he's like, damn, but at least once. And I'm like, no, I want you to feel that victory that when you beat me, because we used to play Mario Kart, that when you beat me, you're gonna feel it. Like, you're gonna feel like, yeah, I beat mommy. And I'm like, that's why I never let you win. And I'm like, be that little sore loser, be that little sucker. Like, I always be playing around with him. And he's like, mommy, I remember the first time I beat you. I'm like, you see, you're gonna always remember the first time you beat me. And that's because I never let you win like that. Because then all of a sudden you're gonna expect to win. And then if you don't win, it's like I'm not gonna enjoy myself playing either. So that's not gonna happen. I'm like, I'm still gonna beat your ass. He beats laughing, you know. But I've always raised him with tough love, and that's because my parents raised me like that. And I feel like I grew up well because of that. And I don't cut corners. If I gotta curse with a certain sentence, he knows it's not right. But I want him to feel it. I want him to, when he steps up in this world, I always tell him, I don't know when is our last breath. I don't know when we're gonna take that last breath. I want him to be ready at age 1, 10, 20, or 50. I want to make sure that when I take that last breath, I'm gonna leave okay because he's gonna handle the world just right. Wow. You gotta listen.
Wow. It takes courage, Liza, to do that.
Let me tell you something. I've always said, if I'm gonna raise Elijah, I gotta make sure that he knows how to cook, wash clothes, do everything, because I'm not going to sleep because did he wash his clothes? Did he cook? Did he eat? Did he do this? Oh my God, did he? I don't want to be like that. I want him to say, Mommy, I'm gonna go to college, and I'll be like, so long.
Bye.
I'm gonna miss him, of course, but so long.
You're ready.
Bye.
You're a well-rounded
I wouldn't want him to
individual at
leave,
this
but I
point.
gotta
Bye.
say so long without being worried. Or if he's gonna move with his girl, that he's gonna be just fine. Or Mommy, I want to move by myself. I'm gonna go to college here, but I want to live by myself.
Yeah.
So long.
I know I asked you guys earlier who benefits more in a marriage, the man or the woman. The question now is who compromises in a marriage? The man or the woman? Which one you think?
Wait a minute. You see, I don't see. Tuve. We always make sure that we both good.
I think we both do it.
Yeah. We make sure we good.
So yeah, me too. Because when I see her overstressed,
Yeah, that's when he comes
I come in.
Yeah.
Babe, she
That's
doesn't even have to
right.
tell me. I'm washing the dishes.
And I do the same with him. He don't say nothing because he likes to take charge. En el sentido not take charge machismo, sino like, I got it. Pero then I could tell when he's stressed. But he don't like to tell me when he's like that. And then I make him stop. I take the laptop off. I start giving him kisses. Or I'd be very tough with him. Dime ahora. Dime. And I could be, I'd be a little freaky sometimes. And I'd be sitting on him. And I'm like, come on, baby, tell me que sé yo. Or dime. And then he'll be like,
Willie,
no, because this and
¿Cómo está el
that.
trago?
Wait, he got to drive us home. He got to drive me home.
Willie, ¿cómo está el trago? Dime.
No,
bien?
It's
¿Quiere otro?
No.
Margarita.
For him to communicate.
He thought about it.
No. The thing is that,
For
look,
him to communicate his feelings throughout our years was hard.
Hello.
And not for nothing, I taught him that. I'm like, you need to start talking because yo no soy Walter Mercado para de ser adivina tuya. That's not going to work like that. So he was like, well, you want me to tell you? I'm like, tell me everything. I'm your wife. Tell me. And then he slowly started telling me. And it felt so good. I'm like, don't you feel good? He's like,
I don't know. I think I told you too much.
To it.
I tend to keep things to myself.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
Yeah.
Because then it could boil up and then, right?
Yeah.
But that's like my little issue I gotta work on. But
you've been good throughout the years, trust me.
I've been working on it.
Okay.
But then the communication's there though. When a discussion
That's
is
the
something,
thing.
ahí está él me dice 1,000%. You this and that. And I'm like, ¿y tú? And then he'll be like, yeah, I know I was wrong, but you, da-da-da-da-da. And you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yo, it's crazy you said that because we have gone from I do something or she does, let's say my wife, she gets me a step and I bring it up and she'll bring the tick for tack. We have gone from that to actually listening to each other.
You see?
Like, and then comprehending and understanding and applying different and kind of like understanding each other better and listen. That's the most important.
That's
Just listen to
it.
your partner.
It's not listening and be bored like you listening.
No.
When you listen, it's sexy in a way because it's like, damn, I'm important. He values me. He cares. You know?
Yes.
And it's like for a woman, listen, I'm gonna be honest and transparent 1,000%. When you're married, sex is not everything, right?
Okay.
But when you listen and you do little things like that, like little things that you know that your girl likes,
Yeah.
and then throughout the day you help her with chores so she could be less tired, so you could have more energy for the.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
sea que hay que
It's
trabajar.
like, come on, you know what I mean, Shorty Bean? So it's like.
Apunten.
You
Okay,
need,
apunten.
yeah. So when you listen and you take that time and you buy her favorite candy, mira, mi amor, yo fui a la bodega y compré your favorite chicle. Coño, pensó en mí. Un chicle nada más cuesta $2.
Ese Trident, dime.
Mire, dime. No, I like bubble tape. I like my old school candy. You know what I mean? Pero son cositas así. And then the help throughout the day and everything. And then when you're going to go to sleep, no eso va y joder y que esto y el otro. It's like, baby,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you I love you. You mean everything to me. Mierda, y una sobadita de espalda, una sobadita ahí, allí, llegó. Lejos.
So
Tú estás bien, Willy. Tú estás bien, Willy. Tú estás bien.
Lejos.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead. What's up?
For me or for him?
Yeah, were you describing me?
Hey.
Sí, mi amor, you always help me and you always make sure that I'm good. Pero Willy,
Diga que
ese
reassurance. Apunten, apunten,
ese
apunten.
sobrepasa sobando porque yo digo, conchole, déjame fregar, caramba. Like, a veces se pasa. Pero at the same time, it worries me when he don't be touching too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's a toucher.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
And you know what's crazy? He shows it in front of the kids. Like, no le importa. The only thing, obviously, no se sobrepasa, but when he touches the goodies. But when he touches the back goodies, and then he tells my son, you know what time it is. And my son be like, yeah, I know what time it is.
Damn,
like, that's the way they
yo.
talk to each other. But he understands that it's to the wife.
I can't do that in front of my daughters. You know what time it is.
No!
That should sound crazy.
Pero
Damn.
no, we don't mean it sexually. He
I think
knows
maybe
that
when
it's
you
time
know
to play
it.
around.
I
You
know
know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
I think it's because he's a boy, maybe.
Yeah, like.
But to my daughter, oh
Now
my
I
God,
want a
that would be
boy.
weird. That would be weird if it was to my daughter. Mira, ahora pensándolo, that would be.
That would be strange
But I
as
guess
shit.
because our
Hey.
son-
I can't even say it. I can't
You know
even
what
say
time
it. Hey. You know.
But you know what's crazy? I got raised like that. My father used to talk to me like that.
Hey, yo.
My father was always that type of guy. No, porque mi amor, y que esto, y tú sabes, váyase a acostar. Ya yo sabía that was gonna happen. Go to sleep
Eso
early.
sí,
I was
váyanse a acostar
I'm
y son las 6.
damn, man, yo, for real. Váyase a bañar ahora mismo y acuéstese de una vez.
Smash time.
Yeah.
Oye, yo voy a mandar a tu niño a acostarse. Pero
No,
son las 5.
but then when I
Doesn't
grew
fucking
up,
matter.
my parents-
Mándalo a acostarse.
My parents were young when they had me. So I would come from school and see them making out, and I'll be like, ew. Like when I was 14, they were 34.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
My father was 19
Young,
when he
young.
had me, and my mom was 20.
Youngins.
Yo.
That's what I'm saying. So like I come from school and then I see them making out and I will walk past by them and I still see them kissing. I'm like, ew. By the way, it was their 40-year anniversary married. But
Listen,
yeah,
congratulations to them, man. Listen.
Pero tú ves lo que pasa. My mom has gone with my father.
Pa' arriba y pa' abajo.
Esa mujer ha
that's
pasado.
another podcast.
She's
yeah.
the soldier.
She's the soldier. And my
She's a soldier.
my father, you know.
Tú sabes que nosotros los hombres hay que darnos tiempo and
Pero
dedication para que uno...
conchole, eso fue tiempo. Pero no, papi, you know, he's a great man.
Okay.
And my
Listen,
mom,
saludo
yeah.
a ellos.
Amén.
Que
Amén.
cumplan 40 más.
Amén.
40 más.
That's right.
Que cumplan 40 más. Since we got into the topic of intimacy, what's more important at this point in your lives, right? In your 22 years together, 14 years married, is it emotional connection or physical connection?
Both.
Both.
Es que le gusta el con todo.
BOAF.
Both. You need to be active because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Take advantage now,
Yeah.
because when we older,
That friend will not be
is-
saying hi. He'll be saying bye. So, hay que aprovechar mujeres.
Apunten.
Ya
Matter of fact,
saben.
this episode might be named that. Apunten.
Apunten.
nah, you know it's emotional. You need that, right?
Absolutely.
You need to be there for your partner.
Porque nosotros no somos máquinas tampoco, espérate.
Pero the physical aspect of it helps a lot because that's another connection, a deeper connection. I
He's
think.
more
Not a deeper connection, but it's a deep connection.
Yes.
And it's something that como que keeps you alive, tú
Yeah,
sabes.
yeah.
It keeps you those blood flowing
Yeah, tú
and
sabes que la sangre tiene que coger por un lado. ¿Por dónde va la sangre?
Ay, Dios, pero Dios,
It gotta-
perdóname.
it
But
gotta
you
go
know, there's
somewhere.
those moments, come on, moms, que we so tired, but then we want to, but then when we hit that bed, we're like, oh, shit, I don't want to do nothing.
You and me are looking at you and me are looking at each other like,
But then at the same time,
no hay
you're like,
nada hoy, Willy.
pero
No
a
hay
la misma
nada.
vez, you're like, but I want some, pero
No hay
conchole.
nada.
Y esta es soba, and you're like, okay, come on, hurry up, though, come on.
ya, esto es rápido. Me voy a
You see, I
voltear,
don't like
esto es
that.
rápido.
And he
See,
don't like that.
I don't like that.
He's like,
I don't like that either,
He has
Willie.
to have that passion.
I like the full package.
Yes.
I like the foreplay.
Espérese.
I like the foreplay, the
I thought you was
connection.
gonna say a little too much. I'm like, espérese. He's like, dámelo todo.
Sometimes she thinks it's just resolviendo y ya.
No.
It's
No,
not
no, no,
that.
that's what I'm tired.
To me, it's not that.
No estamos en edad para eso.
No.
Hay que prender los motores, hay que calentar el carro y después uno tiene
Yeah,
que...
like
¿entiendes?
I like the foreplay.
You know what it is with me?
The
No, it's the
caressing
kids.
and-
The kids. If they're not sleeping, I'm not gonna give my 1,000%. I'm sorry. I'm like, hey.
The
He's like,
kids,
come on, pero
the
quickly.
kids.
I'm like, hey.
La que esa puerta, vamos.
Pero the thing is que he has a basketball hoop y él lo tiene in the hallway. The hallway, our doors of our room is there.
Yeah.
He wants a quickie, but then I hear my son bouncing, boom, 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 and then para atrás, para adelante, y la muchachita, Elijah, where's mommy? So how is that even gonna turn me on? Like, it's those little things that I'm like, I like to wait at night, me gusta estar tranquila. I know they're sleeping is best.
you were describing one time, like
That happened, yeah, the basketball thing, it was one time, pero yo tenía unos nervios because I was like, that would be so traumatizing, mom.
Have your kids walked in on you?
No.
no, not that we know.
Bueno. Dije que not that we know they had a
Ay, Dios, ojalá que no sea un trauma en la vida de ellos.
¿Cómo va a ser un trauma?
No, porque tú sabes que uno
mean,
se
I
pone
get
en
it.
una... No, todavía uno
Uno se
tiene los
pone en
huesos
una-
heavy y uno se pone en ciertas posiciones media, tú sabes, digo yo.
One time, I'm gonna be honest, babe, I'm sorry. One time, prendimos todos los motores. Y después, la niña, well, how old was she? Like 2?
Oh, that's fine.
She
not
I guess
gonna
she
remember.
jumped out of the cuna and she went bang and opened the door. Y yo, I did a military roll. I threw my... y dejé a Wanda así. La dejé sin sábana. I rolled over with the blanket and I left her with no blanket.
Nadie está salvo aquí. Nadie.
The good thing is it was dark.
She don't
Oh,
remember
good.
that.
No, she don't remember.
I hope so.
He
because
didn't, he didn't care about nothing, but when our first baby, you remember Elijah, you know when they first raised their little head? Lo teníamos en la cuna, and he was like, come on, and he's going like this. I was like, oh, no.
I was like,
No.
he ain't gonna remember that.
And I'm like, I can't do it. And you just see him struggling doing this. I was like, I can't do it.
I was
Yo
like,
no pude.
He gonna remember that. Come
Yeah, I
on.
know. Tú
Listen,
sabes.
you know what? You know, I'm gonna go back to Willie's point because let's not lose that, Willie. Let's bring it up. A nosotros nos gusta que nos den el paquete completo. Dame the full course meal, right? Because we've been putting in work all day. We've been like, right? Willie, vamos a
That's
hablar.
true.
Let's be
That's
honest.
true. Yeah, that's
Let's
true,
be
baby.
honest.
Desde que
No.
llega.
Listen,
Es verdad, desde que
listen,
llega. Está
listen, I'm with you.
Woo, right?
Like if it's just too
I don't like that
to
shit.
resolver fast,
No.
you know,
Ay,
it's
no estamos
it's like
masacrando.
meaningful. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Like it's
Coño,
nothing.
dame
I know.
pasión.
And you know what's crazy?
It's-
We know it, pero el cansancio a veces no nos deja.
Y uno no está
But
cansado.
No, pero,
Uno está cansado
no,
también, pero estamos aquí.
You know what it is? I think when you hit that bed, and I've told him, I'm like, baby, with all due respect, pero cuando yo de esa camita y entro yo frita y me acomodo.
Bota la cama. That's the solution. Vamos a botar la cama.
Oh man, you know, and then he has a certain thing that he does, and I fall asleep in a second. Oh, I love it. Y él es tan grande,
do
so
that.
it helps.
Don't do that y
Oh, I
bota la
love
cama.
it. He's just the best to sleep.
Listen,
That's what she
apunte.
said. Yeah, you know, I've been there, but it's all right. It's all right.
I love you, baby. Yes, sabe. Listen, pero when
You know what's funny?
when it's ay, espérate.
You know what's funny is that sometimes, like it has happened to us in the past, that we'll be like encendido in the day, like, oh yeah, you know,
Yes,
El
and we
día
talk
entero.
about it too.
Texting,
Yeah.
toda
No,
esa
we talk
mierda.
about
Talking
it.
about it,
Yeah, we in the kitchen.
warming
te
up
fregando, me
about
dice,
it.
Deja que yo te
yeah.
agarre
You know-
ahorita.
yeah, like later, watch, you know, wait and see.
Me aprendí
Tú
una nueva
sabes.
posición.
Yeah.
Tú
Right.
verás,
Te
te voy a
chequeo
poner.
ahorita. Y yo,
And
okay.
then when we hit the bed,
Yeah.
knocked out.
Both of us. And then sometimes he's like, baby, yo me dormí ayer. Y yo, cállate. Me too. And then we'll laugh about it. Because también we're not going to be pissed off. You know what I mean? It's like we laugh
Yeah.
about it. We're like, fuck, we were tired. Because
It's funny.
for us to both fall asleep, like we'll talk there sometimes. But I love those nights too that we just talk. That it's just not that.
I know.
You,
I
you know,
love
you know what's fun?
Ah, don't say. What are you
Wait,
going to say?
What is fun?
Oh,
No,
what are
it,
you gonna
fun?
say?
it ain't bad. You know what's fun?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that.
You know what we used to
Yo no
do?
iba a decir nada.
when we used to when we used to tour with
That's what I don't want you to say.
what?
Where you
No lo
going?
diga.
Where you going?
No
Listen.
way, it's fun.
Oh, it is.
So
While they discuss that, I'm gonna say, uno se la pasa texteando, you know, prepare that upper lumbar of your back. Prepárate los shoulders, que te tengo algo nuevo esta noche.
I'm warming up, baby. My knees.
Tú
I'm
verás,
warming up.
yo me aprendí algo. Prepárate the back of your
Que voy
knees,
pa'
que te
allá.
voy a poner en una vaina rara hoy. Entonces, para que ustedes se duerman.
Oh, don't say that.
Oye,
Ay,
mira,
ay,
la verdad que, just to, you know, because Willie ain't gonna say it. You know?
I am gonna say
Okay, just
yeah,
say it.
it's not bad. It's actually
Oh,
I-
baby, is it?
couples
Oh,
could
if
do.
anything, I'll cut it out.
You know what? Couples
Está bien.
should do this because it's fun.
It is.
So
it is.
when we used to
It's true.
tour with Andy back in the day, right?
Wait a second. What we doing?
No,
Where
it's
we
not.
going?
It's not bad. It's not that bad.
No, it's not
that
bad.
Yeah. It's not
We-
that
we,
bad. No,
um,
it's not bad.
We used to act like we didn't know each other
Hey,
in the
okay.
airport.
Yeah.
Come on,
oh
man.
my god,
And
that
we'll
was the
I,
best.
I'll be like, hey,
Hell yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, we
My,
used to do that.
my name is Will. What's your name?
And I'll say my name. And then it's funny, I was like, oh my God, you have my cherry. And then we would just keep playing. Yeah. Oh wow, what a coincidence. So how's que sé yo? And we'll play it like that. Oh, you're staying in this hotel? Yeah, me too. Like, you want to come to my room? Because we know we
Yeah,
are
you
inside
know.
the same bedroom. And then you'll be
Hey.
like, yeah, sure.
That's fun.
It
Role
is.
play, baby.
Yo,
Yeah.
there was one time that someone thought that we just met
We
there.
were, yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just like playing along, like, you know,
And that was
That's
even
dope.
more fun. Yeah, yeah.
like, and then como que nos dio más.
Apunte.
Yeah.
más
But one thing, only
it
us
spiced,
two.
It spiced it
Let
up.
me clear everything. Everything is only us two. We would never involve anything or anyone
Out of the
or
ordinary.
anything.
Why would anybody think that?
No, porque no quiero que haya mierda, coño. El otro pensó y que
No.
posiblemente lo lleva por
People,
cuarto.
I understand.
¿Y
I
usted me entiende?
understand.
Yo
It's
tengo
like,
que
why would
explicar
I-
cómo es la cosa.
Yeah.
I would never share my man.
Hey, listen, I would.
End of
Dije-
story.
dije, we're
I would
not-
never be shared.
We're
Okay.
not Will and Jada.
No, ya estate quieto. Estate quieto.
No.
No, pero una
Eh,
cosa que we know how we love everything about each other.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. And I love sharing. And I know that I'm going to have una vejez amazing because we know everything we like about each other.
Nice.
From the
nice,
beginning to the end.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I think we tried to role play once because yo era un policía y vaina, had some handcuffs and shit like that, pero tú sabes. That's yo creo que ¿dónde están esos
This
handcuffs?
is just like, cállate la boca,
where
por
are the
favor. que
handcuffs?
Mis
Where are
oídos
those
se están
handcuffs?
pudriendo.
Cuidado si las niñas tienen esos handcuffs, oíste.
They
Nomás te estoy
Oh my
diciendo.
God.
Cuidado, ey.
Yes.
Váyanse a acostar, que son las 5 de la tarde.
That's a mistake. Yo me tengo que
Son las 5 de la
bañar,
tarde,
olvídese,
váyanse a acostar.
mañana.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Let's dive into something deeper. Right?
Uh-oh.
Let's dive into something deeper. What would be worse? Emotional, not for us, because we're happily married, but in general, what's worse for women, emotional cheating or physical cheating?
Wow.
Damn, it got silent.
I think physical.
I killed the moon, my bad.
No, you didn't. No, I think because I had to think about it. I haven't experienced that, and no matter a motive to think of it, so I can't.
Well, take it out of us.
Yeah, I think physical. You know, was you knowing that he touched a woman the way that he touches you, or he did a certain thing that you know he does, but he did it to another woman. Because emotionally, we could we know it's wrong, but we know the fuck up that we did, and maybe that's the reason why he went and did whatever he did.
Okay.
But physically, conchole, eso duele, manito. Sabiendo
Yeah.
que tocó, hizo, y que it, where, how, this, that. And for him to even think of doing that and not think about me
Yeah.
and the kids or whatever the situation, just you as a woman, that hurts. Because emotionally, you know, it could have been a peck. It could have been just humping and
No,
making
but
out.
emotional, he means like the thought of it, right?
No.
No.
Well,
Emotionally, yo digo que maybe he was going through something or through in the house. That's how I took it.
what I mean by emotional, let's break this down, is more of like a psychological cheating. Como quien dice, un ejemplo. Tú sabes que yo le estoy dando labia a una
Oh,
mujer. Tú sabes que yo, because with a woman, and this is from a man's perspective, if a woman cheats, it's because she cares enough with that man to cheat. It's not like, for me, a woman is not
Hay
just going to
mujeres que
cheat.
no.
No, hay mujeres ratreras, eso
Sí,
sí,
es
oye,
okay,
eso es
okay.
aparte.
Yeah.
Pero para una mujer decente,
Oh, sí.
going out and cheating,
Yo mejor
she's already
dejo- yo
emotionally
mejor
attached
dejo
to that
está
person.
grande. La cosa está grande.
Yo mejor
So is
dejo-
that worse?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because
I physically, yeah. 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 Oh my God. I can't even picture. Oof. Nope.
I think that
Oh my God, that would kill me.
you know, if God forbid, but if that would happen to us,
and again, let's take it out of us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To anybody else,
Because
just
this is
seeing
not
them
happening.
suffering in that
Listen,
kind
we're-
of way.
let me
yeah,
just say
that
this:
would
we're
be
happily
horrible.
married on this side. This whole
Amén,
room, estamos
amén, amén,
bacano,
amén.
estamos bien. Oíste.
Amén. I
no,
rebuke.
but I think that there's a level of responsibility.
Yeah.
Maybe that person wasn't there 100% for their partner, and that partner made the decision to go elsewhere.
But sometimes también that midlife crisis, I've heard stories que it hits. They're happily married and everything, but they just, I've been too long with this, and now, my wife is not the same spicy girl that I used to have. Y se ponen de loco también.
It's not
Or
going to
the
be
woman
the
as
same.
well.
We just discussed it all. It's not
Pero
going
hay
to be the
hombres que no
same.
entienden eso, more. Y ahí es que viene el detalle. Tú ves que hay hombres que a veces no entienden ese chin. Because they were so used to being so good with that person. When they see a little
Right.
change, they wobble a little and then they just arrancan with the next piece.
There's a lot of factors.
There's a lot of factors.
Yeah, a lot of
Claro.
factors, a lot of
factors.
different situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what she said is true too. Some men they go through a midlife crisis.
Or sometimes
and
they see the woman's body change and they're like,
And-
oh, I don't want this now. And then, y la mujer se opera y se hacen de todo. De cualquier manera,
I was going to get into
Yeah.
that. Yeah. La
Yeah.
operación y la vaina, because, you
lo
know,
apoyo. Si usted quiere, para la mujer está bien, sentirse bien, yo lo apoyo. Y el hombre para que se sienta, oh, if that's bother, listen, whatever works in your relationship, just do it. Just do it. Yo apoyo todo that makes anybody happy and keep them together.
shit, a veces yo veo tu tigre with these hairlines that are nice and crisp. I'm like, yo, I want a hairline like that. Vamos a ver, ¿dónde me la hacen?
Yo,
Because, coño, vamos a ver, if you're
los
making
pelos,
altercations, I'm making
caramba. A
altercations.
todos nosotros nos están cayendo todo, cónchale.
Estamos bacano. Listen, so, again, we're happily married. Estamos
Yes.
bacano, estamos
Ask
bien.
all those questions. Don't worry, we're not taking it.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Dilo
it's
todo.
just me asking because I wanna pass this podcast down to people who are really considering
Yeah.
marriage and they don't know what they're about to face. Because this
right.
is not all glitz and glamours. This is not all happiness. You're gonna go through your
You're
rough
gonna go
shit,
through it.
and you're gonna go through it with your person, regardless of how happy you may seem at the moment. Like right before marriage is a happy place. Like even like before the kids,
the honeymoon stage too. Yeah.
before the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
You know, la mierda es que once it gets real, people can't stand it. So I want to make sure that we clarify that reality for people. This shit is a fucking roller coaster. Are you willing to do it with your partner? Are you willing to go down that shithole in the relationship, like down bottom in the
Yeah.
pit,
There's just
and then raise your partner with you? Because not a lot of us are built for that. You know, I guess divorce has been like,
a thing, a trend.
increasing-
Yep.
it's been a trend. It's been like, there's more divorces than ever now because people are not, for any little thing.
Because this
They
la
wanna get
la land
divorced.
world, como le dice papi, el pensar en cucaracha en la cabeza.
Yeah.
Que they picture this picture perfect, que, que esto y el otro, pero cuando ya hay que lavar y hay que limpiar y hacer cosas like a wife, no lo quieren hacer. Y ya entonces empieza a jeder y a dar pique. Y ahí es que empieza that you start losing that love.
Right.
A mucha
No,
gente.
that's when the real definition comes of ride or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Like-
leaving that ego
Like
aside.
you're
for
my
sure.
ride or die.
You're my ride or die.
Hey, you're my
That's
ride or
right.
die, baby. Hey, estamos en amores. Hoy sí.
Boom.
Hoy se acuestan temprano.
Ya
O tarde,
saben,
o
yo lo voy a
tarde,
llamar
tarde.
cuando acabemos este podcast, acuérdense.
Váyanse a acotar. Desde ahora que estamos llegando. Lo quiero ver durmiendo.
No, that's
Oíste.
what I love about our kids. We tell them, ya hay tiempo de dormir, ya, they know. They know
Yeah.
it's time to sleep.
Yeah.
Play with me.
You know, and again, just to look at it from the other side, sometimes divorce is the answer. If it's really truly not working and you haven't been compatible and everything changed, because this is a partnership situation. If you want to make it work, you gotta put 100%. Each of you have to put in the work for it. If somebody's slacking all the time and is not willing to pick up their slack, it's not gonna work. So a lot of times there are people that single-handedly have been holding up a relationship forever. Meanwhile, the other partner, she's gone or he's gone. He's been gone for years. And you're the sole person holding on to this relationship. You haven't let it go because of your family or what they might say or, how would it look?
And
There's
you
a lot of
miserable,
stigmas around
yeah.
divorce. But if you truly need to step away from this partner to step into something greater that you deserve,
That's right.
go for it.
Yeah, that's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? It's
One
important
thing
to
I
look at
told
that.
him when we got married, don't you ever, in a discussion, and let's say it to each other, the word divorce. We cannot say that. If we got into this, es para quedarnos aquí. Y we
That
never,
word has never come out of my mouth.
nunca discutiendo de que tú vas a ver, now I'm going to divorce you. Esa amenaza. Never.
No.
Never. Porque entonces, what's the whole point?
Not even playing around.
No, es que no.
Not even in role play. Oíste.
No, not even in role play.
Apunten.
Ay,
Listen,
no.
I wanna do that, babe. Let's go to a club one day. Vamos, yo no te
Oh,
conozco.
yo.
I want to do that.
We did that in the Bahamas too, and we even we made a video.
I
of
think
it.
we tried to do
Oh
it.
yes. We
Not
have that
a
on
video,
video.
not a sex video though.
Oh, shit.
No.
We have that on video.
No, we didn't.
They
do
have
that.
the interactions on video.
No, like how, because it's good to show couples that, when you're on vacation, you could play around and
Play
stuff like
around,
that.
yeah.
Y eso, we posted it como relajando.
Yeah.
And people were like, what is this? But he wanted to do it, and I was like, vamos, let's just
no
post it, look
nudity.
cute.
Don't
No,
worry.
no nudity.
No.
No somos
But I am
haters.
definitely doing that. Next time we go on a mira. Tú y yo
Vaya a una
vamos-
discoteca. Mira, y ponte el vestido más.
Vamos para el supermercado mañana y no te reconozco.
Y velo ahí.
I'm gonna meet you on
Oh, no,
aisle
he's leaving
10,
you shopping,
baby.
so when he picks you up as your taxi driver,
There you go.
then that goes.
I'm your Uber for the night, baby.
And then
Dime.
you're gonna see para dónde te va a llevar,
Eh.
entonces ese es el pedazo.
I'll meet you on the bread aisle. Oíste. Oye, ese es el pan que tú compras. Yo compro el mismo, dime.
Vamos a comérnoslo
Vamos a hacer una
juntos.
totada juntos, Ahí está el cafecito. Willie, you've been putting in the work. You bought the coffee
sí,
earlier.
ya está hablando ya.
You got the gum in the car that she loves. I see. Hoy sí. Hay acción hoy, tú. Háblame. Yo fregué ahorita y hice de todo.
Diache, cóchale, así es.
Estamos bien.
It's
Bueno,
showtime.
It's showtime y todo el mundo a dormirse. Listen, Liza Willie, man, it's been a pleasure, man. Getting to know you guys, becoming closer friends. I feel like you guys are friends. We share the same
Amen.
lifestyle, the
Likewise.
same sentiment. It's like it feels dope to be around good, great people that offer you the same energy that you offer them. That's why in the first time we met, it was dope. The first podcast we did, it was dope. The second time we did it was the all white. That was
Yes.
super dope as
Yes.
well. And I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you, and you're always welcome on this podcast.
And
Pero
we
dime,
appreciate you too.
Tú
And
vas a
you
decir
know
algo.
what's crazy? Que I love when people come and tell us or give us advice, or when they ask us questions. We don't know who's looking. We don't know who we're helping.
Yeah.
We don't know who needs to hear it. So it's like, that's why I love the fact that we represent us as Latinos who are singers, and that we say, yeah, we married. In the Latin world, you never say, yeah, we married, we sing together. Right now, that's what Pimpinela, you didn't know if they were
Holy shit.
cousins, if they were And then when you found out que esa la hermana they were brothers and
What?
sisters. And with Monchi and Alessandra, were they a couple, were they this, were they that? But they never said it. But we wanted to say it from the beginning.
Yeah.
And because I want people to say either I want that or un día cuando yo crezca y sea grande, yo quiero estar como Liza Willie, or because they are in a marriage, mira, hay todos palomos diciendo que están casados, se pueden ganar más dinero, ella decir que está soltera y él decir que está soltero y las mujeres que ese tigre había tenido. So you would hear everything, but everybody would take it how they want. Yeah,
true.
they, they have told us that a lot.
That really, when we went to DR, that was really
It impacted everybody. They couldn't believe it.
It impacted a lot of people out there that
You don't see
we
that
were
in the Latin world.
see that at
we were
all.
forthcoming and we were very transparent. Like, yeah, we're married.
And we will kiss every time we do a song because we love kissing on stage. It's like, fuck everybody. We're now element right now.
You're
Estamos
in your
en nuestro
world, baby.
space. Yeah, and it feels so good. ¿Sabes lo que es eso? Que we sing-
even one of the girls in the show, she was like
kicking it to
kicking it to me on TV,
with me right there.
and
Tampoco así.
and I was like,
you remember?
she was like, can you sing a song with your beautiful voice?
Con tu
And
dulce voz.
I'm like, you know what?
But
Yeah,
she
I'm gonna
was
sing a
nice,
song
though.
that I wrote for my wife. I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote for my
Apunte.
wife.
No, and then she said, "Oh, okay." Like he made it clear, and that's why she said, "Oh, okay."
You know, it wasn't a disrespectful
No,
way.
no.
But I, you know,
And she was a sweet girl too.
I politely decline.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, y se agradece. And then for you to bring us always and talk about couples and stuff, it means a lot.
Listen.
Because, you know, not everybody.
That's what I was
don't
gonna
have
say.
it.
I was gonna say thank you
Yes.
for allowing us to come here again, and
Oh, man, listen.
we also feel like family,
Yes.
and we
Amen to
appreciate you and your wife's and your sister hospitality.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know his wife, but she's beautiful and she lives it. You
definitely
can
is
see
beautiful.
it.
She-
Ellos se aman.
She is gorgeous.
I see.
Oh, yeah,
And then the
claramente.
hospitality and this podcast is the shizness.
Listen, this is the best podcast in the world, baby. Vamos a hablar. Listen, it is refreshing
Oh,
to
yes.
see a positive Latino bachata group that everybody knows that's married, and it shows. You don't even have to say it. It shows that you guys love each other.
Amen.
It's not even the mute. It's just it comes out of you naturally. So it's very refreshing to see. I meant to tell you that the last podcast.
Oh,
but,
thank you.
You know, even seeing you in that trip to the DR, because I was following and liking, and I was like, yo, this is dope.
Oh,
this
we
is
saw
dope.
it.
This is
Thank
dope.
you.
And
We
I was like,
see
yo, this is
everything.
so refreshing to see a united couple that truly love themselves and have a family, and the love comes out of the phone. It comes out into the world.
It's so
kinda like what we
beautiful.
need.
And I love that. I want men to know out there as well que Willie de verdad él trabaja duro.
Yeah.
Y al trabajar duro, baby, you're wonderful. You're an amazing man. And I'm glad you made me the woman that I am today. Because, conchole, yo era yo. Hasta yo me lo sé, por lo menos lo reconozco. Pero, and I love him for that.
No, but I mean,
And I love him, the man that he has turned out to be as
you go.
well.
thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Likewise.
No,
you know,
porque no. Yo lo digo because, and I want this podcast. A lot of women don't say it out loud. How men work, provide, and brings home. I see you sometimes stressed, and I see you. Por eso yo te dejo tranquilo. And I want to thank you, and I know the kids thank you so much for an amazing man
just
that you
gonna
are.
get me emotional
No,
right
baby,
now.
de verdad que sí.
I thought yo was
It's good. It's good to
No,
let
verdad, verdad.
men and our men know that they are amazing. It's good when they say it. They say it always to us all the time. But how many times do we say it? So we women also, if you love hearing it, why can't we do that back? Sometimes I didn't like watching baseball and all that stuff, and now I love it. He taught me. So it's like I learned how to love what he loves too, so I can understand his passion. So I could share those moments with him. Sometimes we gotta do the same. How much wouldn't we love our men to be like, baby, pick what dress? The red or the pink? Babe, it's the same thing. Like, instead of like, you know what? You look sexy in the pink one. You know what? Some nude shoes, para que it could match with whatever other dress you get. I like that. Conchole, it shows.
Give those extra
It's
details.
just that. So imagine if they do that to us. What? Babe, I think those Jordan ones will look dope with that shirt. Oh, baby, te compré una camisita because I was thinking about you when I was shopping as well.
Gotcha.
It's like those
Yes.
little things. So we need to also do that to our men as well.
Yeah, my wife has been forthcoming a lot like that too, like telling me those things, and you don't know how much I appreciate that.
Oh,
babe,
yeah.
because it's like you're
Men
seeing
don't
me
hear
when
it
I
as much.
while I don't see myself. You're seeing me when I don't see myself, and I know when I'm looking at Willie, while you was talking to Willie, I was looking at him, and he felt that same way. Like you see me when I can't see myself.
It's crazy because every time in his company, I was like, oh, baby, I see you doing this position. He's like, you crazy? For me to get there, you crazy? And now he's even in a position higher than he ever even thought in that same company. And I'm like, why are you doubting? Oh, you won't even believe that you could be there. Are you crazy? Do you know who you are? And sometimes it's like you don't see it, but I see it.
Put
And I
that
always tell
battery.
him that. I always tell him that.
With that
He's
battery.
so smart, man.
Ride or die.
Hey,
You're so
listen,
I
ride
love
or
you.
die. Man, I love,
Oh
man.
man,
Listen,
es lindo
Esto-
with the right person.
Esto es
I
bello.
always gotta say it with the right person. If that person is elevating you, if that person is yelling at you for the right reasons, and you just a little mama boy, I'm gonna tell you go back to your mama. If you can't tolerate somebody telling you doing wrong when you know you're doing wrong, but you don't want to accept it, go back to your mama.
Yep,
Bye.
yep.
No, I'm so serious.
You know, us men take a long time to grow mentally. So for a woman to have the patience to
No, but then the courage too, because you don't want to hurt your man's feeling, because you know how they're gonna get,
I'm gonna get to that because it's not only the patience, it's that vision to see the potential that the man has and that what he could become. And once the man becomes that, same thing vice versa for a woman as well, right? Men do it for women as too, but I feel like women do it more for men because I honestly believe las mujeres mentally crecen un poquito más rápido que los hombres.
Yes, that's true.
We're
That's
we're a little bit too laid back in that sense. But if a woman sees potential in you and is trying to do right by you, do right by her.
Don't get
You
mad.
know, don't get mad, don't get complacent, don't get lazy. Show up, and then when you have kids, show up double time. And then when those kids leave, make sure you show up again because it's important to focus on your partner, right?
Yeah, ego.
Mierda, me convertí en algo
That's
raro ahí,
right.
no sé,
es
como que me metió algo.
en una
No, no.
relación no se
Yeah.
puede ver ego. If you know you can't take even your own self to go out, stop trying to date, stop trying to have a girl. Don't do that. You're not ready. You're not
Speak
ready.
that shit into
No, I'm
existence.
so serious. These guys like, I want a girl. I feel lonely. But are
your
you
life is not
job
together.
ready? Are you living with mama?
Yeah.
Like, are you earning minimum wage, but then you want to go to all these restaurants that you flipping your Instagram to that you think you mind is gonna take you, but you know your budget is not?
Put in the
Don't
work.
be in a relationship.
in the
Wait.
work.
Because if you wait, perfection will come. God's plan is better than ours. That's why he laughs at our plans. Sometimes we gotta understand that and we don't. And that's why we sometimes do what we want. And he takes it. He abruptly takes it. Be like, that's not for you, boy. Get the hell. That's not for you right now. Yeah. So sometimes we just gotta take a step back.
He'll put roadblocks in your way so you won't even.
That's right.
It'll make
Keep
it tougher
falling.
and tougher.
He'll laugh. Keep falling.
Yep.
This is not my plan for you.
Yep.
And sometimes we just gotta be patient. Sometimes that don't happen.
100.
That's why it goes wrong.
100%. Dime, ¿vamos a cantar bachata hoy?
Ay, cónchale.
¿Ustedes tienen la guitarra aquí? ¿Qué van a hacer? I'm not saying to sing, but the guitar is
Él
here.
va a traer el ping, 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 ping.
Digo,
what we gonna
¿la
sing,
tequila
eh?
está bien o tú estás bien?
Are you? Okay. Es que
Listen,
Willie
man,
no bebe,
it's
eso cuando
been-
se bebe un chin, ya tú sabes.
What I will tell you while Willie gets that together, this has been one of the dope. It's always dope to connect with people who share the same lifestyle that you do.
That's right.
The same insight, the same experiences. It's just dope to learn from each other and get better, especially when it comes to you and your partner.
Amen.
It's you know, none of us are perfect.
That's right.
None of us are perfect. We make mistakes. But the best apology is change behavior. Always remember that because
That's a good one.
you're growing, you're always growing, you never stop growing, and your partner may need you to show up in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Your partner may need you to show up in different ways. Make sure that your partner always comes first. Yes, the kids are priority, but your partner is also priority.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Your partner is also priority.
No, él quería hacer culiquita catía.
Hey, listen, man.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Like I blocked his whole.
No, he blocked the whole speech.
Your whole speech.
No, Culequita Cati fue
It's cool.
fuerte
It's
ahí.
cool.
So since we're talking about marriage and all that stuff,
Ya. se
might
soltó
as
el
well
hombre.
sing one of our songs that we wrote that's actually about how we met in high school.
Okay.
And it's called Nuestro Amor.
All right.
And this is one of those songs that we sang in DR in our recent tour, and people loved it.
Okay.
So people loved it so much that now it's on the radio out there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
So it's called Nuestro Amor from Liza and Willie.
You can push the mic back if you need
Which
to.
is us. He says from Liza Willie. I'm like,
Liza,
yeah.
no,
Push
so
the mic back.
when they look it up, Liza and Willie.
Hey. Liza and Willie in the building, baby.
A mí me
First
dicen
time on the
Lisa.
podcast. First time on the podcast, a performance.
Ay.
You seen it here first. Liza and Willie in the building.
Dale, mi amor.
Ay.
Uy.
Aún recuerdo aquellos días cuando yo te conocí, buscando una y mil maneras para estar cerca de ti. Yo no olvido las miradas, tampoco aquella canción que tuve que repetir ahí en nuestra graduación.
Y yo, enamorada sola y tú que ni sabías, ese gran sentimiento en mi interior crecía. Sí que pasado el tiempo y mira, ¿quién lo diría? Dejamos de ser dos, amor, en ese día.
Porque este amor que nació entre tú y yo, como mancha indeleble, no se borra, no, es tan grande. Este amor, es que este amor tiene la bendición de burlarse del tiempo y cualquier situación. Es tan fuerte este amor.
Eso.
Listen. That was amazing. And listen, Liza and Willie, amazing couple, bachata. I love you guys, man. That was amazing. Listen, I have the headphones. It sounded crispy.
Oh,
bro.
no way. All right, let's keep singing.
It sounded super. Listen,
It gave me, like I said,
Oh,
I
man.
chills. Like, I had chills.
Which one you want to
you
do?
guys sound exact.
Ahora le vamos a dar serenata a ustedes separados.
I haven't seen you guys live, but I will see them this summer live in Joe's Pub. Go check them out. But you guys sound amazing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
She wants to sing Selena.
Yes, because it's going to be her 30 years. Because she was one of my inspirations and one of the reasons also why I'm singing beside Whitney Houston and Lauryn Hill and Mariah Carey. Pero Selena was a big impact in my life, and that's how I started singing. Went to Don Francisco as well because I sang No me vuelvas a llamar, tratando de explicar. Oh, she was my girl. Pero besides that, mi amor, dale.
Okay.
Yo te di todo mi amor y más. Y tú ni reconoces ni lo que es amar. Yo me puse dispuesta a tus pies y tan solo con desprecio me ha pagado, pero ahora ve. Y si una vez dije que te amaba, hoy me arrepiento. Si una vez dije que amaba. No sé lo que pensé, estaban loca. Si una vez dije que te amaba y que por ti la vida daba. Si una vez dije que te amaba, no lo vuelvo a hacer. Ese error fue cosa de ayer.
Wow. Listen.
Amen, amen, amen.
Listen, I'm gonna send you.
Yo la sigo.
Oh my
Entre
God!
nosotros
Oh my
aquí.
God! Listen,
Dale.
estamos live
Lo voy a
aquí.
hacer.
Live performance on the podcast, baby.
Y dice, sé que un día tú volverás y tú de todo te arrepentirás. Yo me puse dispuesta a tus pies y tan solo con desprecio me ha pagado, pero ahora y si una vez dije que te amaba, hoy me arrepiento. Si una vez dije que te amaba, no sé lo que pensé, estaba loca. Si una vez dije que te amaba y que por ti la vida daba. Si una vez dije que te amaba, no lo vuelvo a hacer. Ese error fue cosa de ayer.
Listen, I'm recording while we're recording. This is amazing.
So ella fue una inspiración bien grande. But I started singing, it was La Llamada from her. Oh, te vi con ella, no puedes negar. She was like so big. I remember. I don't know if you.
So we actually
Yeah.
had that in our plans. Hopefully we do it one day. But yeah, you guys saw the medley we did with Adele and stuff.
Yes.
We
Yes.
we want to do that with Selena.
Yeah.
That's part of the plans.
That'll be
Yes.
amazing. Listen, from your mouth to God's ears, that's gonna
Amen,
happen. my
amen,
brother.
amen, amen.
Listen. Oh man, I didn't expect this, man. This is the dopest podcast in the world, baby.
Hey, yo.
With the dopest bachata duo in the world, Liza and Willie,
Con
baby.
Dios en adelante, que
Listen.
Dios te oiga.
Listen, tell the listeners about your future plans, what's happening, what's going on, what's coming up.
Well,
Liza and Willie are in the building, people. You
future
don't know what
plans?
just happened.
Woo.
Amazing performance
Amen,
live
amen.
here.
Our future plans is in God's hands because, like we said before, we could plan, but God will be like, nah, that's not for you. So, eso se lo dejamos en la mano de Dios. Sigue tú ahí.
We definitely have new music.
Yes.
We're working on new music, but don't have a release date yet because we found out that DR was a successful tour.
Yes, it was.
So with that being said, we have to go back.
Yes.
Back to
We're
DR.
saying it. We're saying it
Y-
out loud,
Y
baby.
un saludo muy especial a nuestro país, la República Dominicana,
Sí.
porque
Wow, nos recibieron con
nos
tanto
recibieron
amor.
con tanto
Wow.
amor y en verdad la pasamos súper bien allá.
Tú sabes que ese era un miedo de nosotros.
Yeah.
Porque uno siendo nuevo, yo sentía como que nos iban a poner de un lado, pero wow.
Nos
Así
aceptaron
no era.
con brazos
Con
abiertos.
amor. Yep.
Listen, there's nothing like reconnecting with your ground roots, like with your culture.
Right.
Like as soon as we stepped out the plane, we felt grounded when we went over there last
Y el
summer.
olorcito,
It's-
todo.
oh, man,
Mira,
listen.
pero qué cosa esa.
But there's nothing like you guys just said there's nothing like your own culture, your own people embracing you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that happened for you guys because you're on your way back, baby.
Uy,
Listen,
sounds good.
God first.
God first. Listen, guys, I want to thank you both again for an amazing conversation, amazing podcast.
you.
Very insightful, very inspiring, very transparent. We keep it raw.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate, you guys allowing me to interview you, giving me an opportunity to interview you because I'm also trying to grow as well. But listen, you guys have a super bright future ahead of you guys.
Thank you.
So many blessings to you.
You too.
Many blessings to your family.
guys.
You guys will always receive support and love from my family. We
Oh, we
love
see
you
it,
from
we feel it.
we love you from close. We love you from afar. And I cannot wait until going to Joe's Pub this summer,
Yeah,
July 25th.
July 25th.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, that's gonna be a dope event. Go check it out. They have more
see.
coming. They got more. Stay tuned for that. Liza and Willie, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Amen.
For the followers, the TikTok followers, the Instagram followers, the YouTube subscribers, the listeners across the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now to the best podcast in the world. And go support Liza and Willie. They're the best bachata duo in the world. I said it here.
Wow.
Listen,
And also Dad's group chat. Guys, you guys, okay, besides the mic and all that behind in the real reality, they're so humble. They're so beautiful.
Beautiful
Great
people.
family.
Beautiful people.
Ese comunica heavy que me gusta. Yo
Amen,
siempre le doy thumbs up porque I'm reading it, pero I don't write too fast. Pero he's the one for that. Pero thank you, G, so much, and thanks family as well, and everybody so beautiful. De verdad
God
que sí.
bless
That's
you.
why we keep coming because you guys are so freaking real.
Yeah,
Oh my God, we love it here.
God bless you and your family.
Thank you,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
brother.
yeah. That's why we keep coming porque
Thank you.
como ustedes son de nosotros, nosotros también somos de ustedes.
Hey, listen.
Ya saben.
That tells you follow good energy.
That's
Because
right.
good energy equals more good energy.
Amen.
And
to
this
that.
here is great energy. To the next time. We love you. Peace.
Eso es mío.
Eso es de ella.
Eso es mío.
Eso es de ella. Y los niños se van a acostar temprano. Y los de nosotros tienen que estar durmiendo ya. Y
Ya lo
mañana,
saben.
Mañana, mi amor. Espérate, hey, no, mañana.
Shopping.
Lárgate de la casa.
Shopping.
Espérate.
Ay, qué consejo di. Después me va a llamar. What did you do?
Ponme la guitarrita, espérate. Déjame hablarle. Ponme la guitarrita. Mi amor, espérate.
Yo voy cantando el final. Dale.
Déjame decirte. Espérate. Mañana te me largas de la casa temprano, mi amor. Y yo te esperaré con todo limpio, mi amor. Los niños acostados a las 4 de la tarde, si tú quieres. Mándame el texto, mi amor. Oíste. Oh, and don't forget. Meet me in the bread aisle in Stop and Shop. Mañana. Como a las 2.
How can I be without you?
I wish I had a camera that zooms out like.
What alive would I be?
This is love.
Without you, I would not. And only in time into words I will never be. I was singing that Mariah song.
Yeah.
I wandered inside. Come on, you know that one.
Listen.
Stronger than you.
Listen,
Stronger than I.
you guys are listen. At what age did you start?
Me? Since
You
I
have
was
a
8.
beautiful voice. I'm sorry, Willie. I respect.
No, we say it clearly. Yo lo puse a cantar, no cantaba.
Mierda.
Por eso que la gente se dice, no, Willie. He's like, I didn't sing. And yo le dije, I think we need to do this.
I tell people I could hit the notes, but I'm not a singer like Liza. Like Liza's in a different level.
Pero porque yo estoy de chiquitica, no es que yo esté en otro nivel.
No, but,
Es
it's
que la
just-
experiencia está más ahí than Willie. Because I told him to start singing when he was 18.
She's also a soul singer.
Oh, I used to sing R&B. It
You
wasn't
could hear the
bachata.
R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
He's like,
No, put the mic. Estamos hablando todavía.
oh, estamos en eso.
Estamos en esto.
Pues vamos en eso. Yo sigo cantando si me da.
No.
No.
Listen.
So I always said it. Yo la acompaño a ella, tú sabes.
Yeah.
You know, and I have my melody y cosas, pero
I do
when
help
it
him
comes
out a
to
lot with
singing,
stuff like that too.
Singing de verdad, is Liza.
Liza, you have a beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful voice.
Amén.
Again, God bless you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing up for me. We're definitely
course.
going to show up for you in many ways.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless you guys and your family. And for all you listeners, this is the third time I say it. Peace out. Mi amor, espérame en el
Es que estamos
supermercado
en una vaina
mañana.
aquí.
Hablamos mañana.
Peace.